Hi, I'm Don Bodan from SampleLibraryReview.com. Very excited because today we're going to take a look at World Suite from UVI. UVI World Suite's downloads as about 28 gigabytes. It does require the UVI workstation, which is free to download from UVI. The library contains 375 multi-sampled instruments, as well as 8,000 phrases and loops. World Suite sells for $299 from uvi.net. As with all the video reviews, there is a companion webpage. We'll have a written review there with some extra images and summaries, and I'll be sure to include links in the description below. The World Suite provides a gigantic collection of ethnic multi-sample instruments, as well as loops and phrases from around the globe. Now, this is UVI's largest library to date. The UVI World Suite is comprised of over 50,000 samples, and the team at UVI has been busy for years planning, recording, editing, and coding the library. Now, to be upfront here, I rarely use UVI workstation myself. I've tended to stick to Contact Instruments for quite a while, but when I read about the World Suite from UVI, I was very eager to take a look at it. Now, this World Suite is divided into groups by geography as well as a type of instrument, spanning everywhere from Africa, Asia, Australia, Celtic instruments, Eastern European, Indian, South America, Spanish Gypsy, and West Indies. Going into the review for the library, I was really thrilled to see that this library is like having 3 different sample libraries. There's one collection of multi-sampled instruments, a collection of traveler construction kits that span the different geographical regions, as well as access to the individual audio files. These are loops and phrases. And a big standout pro for this is the UVI engine allows you to just drag right to your DAW from the front of the interface with the loops and phrases. Library also comes with a folder of vocals. You got vocal ambiances in different styles. And then you've also got 2 vocal traveler instruments. They're the same as the other traveler construction kits, but these are a little more experimental with the way that you might dig in and use them. Just like with all the traveler instruments, you're able to kind of load in different samples, and you've got this pretty cool 2-octave drone to play around with as well. My only note here is if you do pick up the library, be sure to really investigate in that vocal instrument directory because I found it a little strange that the Traveler instruments weren't in the Travelers folder and that each of these by region weren't included in the by region folder. They kind of separated out vocals. I guess it kind of makes sense, but in the way they've built it, it kind of doesn't as well. Now, the pros here really are that you get so many instruments in this pack. The sample sets sound really clear and nice. The loops and phrases will be handy, and the Travelers, these construction kits here, these are going to be really useful, I think, for those who need to create something ethnic or with a world flavor quickly. This gives you a great way to jumpstart. The cons for the instrument here, I'm going to have to say that the first one is that some of these multi-sampled instruments do have some ability to key switch to do different articulations. You're just not going to get that smooth legato performance you get out of a premium, singularly focused sample library. Another thing that I really would have liked to have seen is these Traveler construction kits. Like I said, they are very inspiring, and I think they'll be very useful for many music makers. But the way that you access them is for the rhythm section. You've got an octave on your keyboard here to play back in different keys, and it triggers all of the instruments, all the loops here. You do have the ability, it looks like, to control and assign MIDI CCs to mute as well as pan and control volume, which is good. It would have been nice to see each of the phrases in these 6 different modules here have their own dedicated octave on the keyboard. That way I could kind of trigger each of them at will and quickly kind of construct something that builds. Getting kind of picky in my critique of the instrument here. With the loops and phrases, through experimentation, I've discovered that they all play back originally recorded tuning at C3, and then they are stretched chromatically across the keyboard, which is great. Although it would have been nice to have a little, color on that C3 just to indicate that was the original recording. What about you? Are you using any other UVI instruments? Do you have a favorite? I'd love to hear about it. Please comment in the description below. We'd love your support. Please like, share, or subscribe. And be sure to head over to samplelibraryreview.com for the latest news and reviews for virtual instruments.